It's time. Hello everyone, my name is Hark and welcome back to another SH Figuarts review. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the premium Bandai exclusive KIWI or KUI from the Planet Namek Saga. Or the Frieza Saga, depending on how you want to call it. So this guy was a premium Bandai exclusive that released about last year, and I was actually kind of sad that I missed out on him. But hey, thanks to Tamashii Nation's Lightning Week, I was actually able to get him, even though this guy actually sold out after that. So it is quite insane. So I got this guy ready to go, and I'm so excited because I want to use him for my display. Specifically, this face right here. Now, premium Bandai here. That hand is completely separate. It's not even in the right slot, so just letting you know, premium quality right there. So yeah, let's get this guy out and see how he looks. Alright, so here we have KIWI himself, and I gotta say, I'm a little bit surprised. I thought this guy was just a retooling, or he kind of is still, a retooling of this Vegeta that just recently released as well, or released nearly alongside him. I think he released a month before this guy, or 2 months around there. So I thought this KIWI was going to be just the exact same body mold, or somewhat there, slightly bigger, that sort of stuff, you know. But surprisingly, it is not. The chest is a little bit different, to say the least. It is a little bit bigger. The shoulder pads are slightly bigger as well. Different coloration is, of course. The legs have a lot more definition on them than this Vegeta, which works for sure. The gloves are completely different. The hands might be the same. I'm just kind of looking at that recently. The feet are, of course, yellow. As you can see, some of the molding is different, even though I think it is very, very similar to the Vegetas. I don't know. I kind of like that they didn't really just use a Vegeta body for this one, so very nicely done. But yeah, this guy actually does not look pretty... This guy looks pretty good, to say the least. He does have a couple of improvements from the regular Saiyan armor type of look that we've had in the past. And, well, there's a slight scuff right there, as you can see. He looks a little weird from the face, just kind of looking forward. He's like looking to the side. I think it's just because the decals of the eyes are just a little weird. I'm not really going to bother with it. He looks fine. The plasticky look on the skin kind of sucks. There's a matte, somewhat of a matte satin finish on the actual pants, which is great. Matte finish on the gloves and the boots, same as the actual armor. Glossy finish on the actual pecs and everything else, so that looks nice. Articulation. This guy should have some decent articulation. Looking down about that far, which is good. Looking up about that far, you're going to get a slight gap on there. Pivot side to side, look side to side, twist left and right. Shoulder pads, you can move them out of the way with a hinge, which is not the most preferred way, to say the least. I don't know why they didn't include the Saiyan armor ones, because I'm pretty sure this guy has them. Yeah, so don't know why they didn't just do this look, because it just looks a lot better. So yeah. He does have butterfly joints that look very, very weird, especially if you push them out like so. They aren't the right color, so it's really nice. They're actually pretty good looking. Although, wait a minute. Is that just me? Okay, this is funny. This is actually pretty funny. So you see this big hole right here, right? Behind the bicep, or the butterfly joint. It's covered over here. Interesting. So they missed a little part on mine. Wow, interesting. Very premium, to say the least. It's fine. I don't really care. You're never gonna see it. You can definitely get his arms higher than a T-pose, which is great, of course. You have a bicep swivel. You can rotate him 360 degrees due to the use of the actual shoulder pads. Double jointed elbow, which works a little bit better than 90 degrees, and a hinge wrist. Now, for the app crunch, these are usually not the greatest. So, looking down, wow, okay, they actually worked it out. Wait, Vegeta, do you have the same range? No, what the hell? What? So Kiwi has more range on the actual armor. Granted, this is very similar to the Krillin armor, and even he didn't have this. So they added a hinge or double hinge on here, which actually allows him to do a better app crunch here, which is great. I like that. And then of course backwards, not the greatest, but it makes sense. You should not bend as much backwards as you do forwards. Pivot side to side, rotate of course, pads on the sides that flop. A little bit better than 90 degrees on the splits. Kicking forward, pretty good. Kicking backwards, pretty good. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knee, looking pretty good. And a foot hinge, or a foot peg, because these are actually better. So, I'm going to show this. It's actually in the middle. Not like the other Vegetas where it's like at the very top. And I'll show this real quick. Look at the difference. You're going to get a lot more range of movement in the middle than you would at the top. Excuse me. So, like again, you can barely do that with this guy. With this guy, you should be able to actually get a lot better movement on the feet themselves. So, let me put them up. It's a little bit better, but it's more in place, to say the least. Going backwards, not as much, actually. So, they definitely could have just done a foot hinge and made it different. I don't know. I will never be satisfied with the feet of the Saiyan armor stuff. So, actually, I see why they normally put them. Interesting. I don't know. I will never be satisfied from the looks of it. Foot hinge, or toe hinge, which looks pretty good. Here is... Okay, so this is how you know that this is the original batch. Because it has the 4 dots as well. So none of the figures that were sold in Tamashii Nation's Lightning Week were just reissues. They were just leftover stock, which makes sense, especially for figures like this, but it's okay. I already talked about enough about that whole debacle a long time ago. So let's take a look at his accessories, because not only does he come with some decent accessories or faceplates, but he also comes with a nice additional accessory for Vegeta. So let's take a look at those real quick. Okay, so let's talk about the lack of accessories, to be honest, but it's KIWI, so he literally didn't do anything in the show besides just antagonize Vegeta. So you might be noticing that there's a scouter missing. So he does have 2 different scouters, which I'll get into in just a second. But the first one, or the first head sculpt we have is him with a surprised look, which is really nice. We have a very sort of like, haha, you thought about that, or something like that. I don't know how to interpret it, but you get what I'm saying. We have of course, the dirty fireworks where he's being blown up by Vegeta, of course, in a very sort of sassy and cocky looking expression. So, very nice head sculpts, to say the least. Now, for the actual scouters that he does have, he comes with 2 different scouters. Some people were wondering what they actually were for, but that's mostly because they both have different entries. So this scouter right here, has an entry on the side that is vertical. Let's see if I can show it pretty easily. So you can see it has an A on the actual thing. Can you stop wobbling? Holy shit, why are you wobbling so much? There you go. It has an A on there. So this A goes with the original head sculpt that he comes with, and you just take off the ear and attach it. Simple as that. The other one should have a C. So let me see. That fell on my foot. God damn it. I'm dropping things today, and I hate it. Okay, so this one should... Oh, wait. It has a C, I think. There you go. You see the C. So this one has a C. I don't know why it doesn't have a B, but it's A and C for some reason. And then this one has a vertical or horizontal entrance, so you're going to attach it to this one. Only 2 of the head sculpts actually use the scouters, And for the ears, they're going to have the exact same thing, of course. So just make sure not to lose them because they're very tiny. Hands, we do have 2 Ki Blast shooting hands, of course. 2 grasping hands. And the Vegeta accessory for the Dirty Fireworks, which very nice head sculpt alongside with the attack of the Dirty Fireworks. So overall, going into my final thoughts for this guy, he's an alright figure. Definitely not the greatest. Definitely not Premium Bandai worthy for sure. So that's something. Especially for the price. I'm pretty sure he was like $60 or $65. So that's definitely a very steep price to pay. Especially just to recreate one scene in the actual show. But I'm happy with him. He's a fine figure. Overall, I'm going to give him a score of 7 out of 10. And definitely not the greatest figure. Definitely not bad whatsoever. Has really good app crunch, surprisingly. He has pretty good range of motion. So I really like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all the time I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think about this figure. Do you like him? Do you not like him? But besides that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.